2,000 years ago, in the marble streets of Rome under the blazing sun lived men whose names still echo today. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king. Seneca, the sharp-tongued advisor to emperors. Epictetus, the slave who became a sage. They had no smartphones, no emails, no digital distractions, and yet their struggles were our struggles. Anxiety, anger, fear of the future, the weight of expectations, the pain of loss. We think our problems are new, but they are ancient, and buried in the writings of these men, words etched into parchment, whispered across centuries, are answers. Not soft, comforting lies, but hard truths that can free us from the chains of modern chaos. Stay with me, because in the next hour, you will see how 2,000-year-old Stoic wisdom has the power to solve your deepest modern problems. And before we begin, if you want to help bring these timeless lessons to more people, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more insight. Next, part 1, the ancient mirror of modern chaos. Look around you, noise everywhere, notifications buzzing, deadlines piling up, a world that demands more, faster, always. You think this is new? Listen to Marcus Aurelius writing in his tent on the battlefield nearly 2,000 years ago. Most of what we say and do is unnecessary. Strip away the unnecessary, and you will have more time and tranquility. Unnecessary. That word cuts through the centuries like a blade, because whether it's endless meetings, the glow of social media, or the fear of missing out, our exhaustion today comes not from life itself, but from the clutter we create. Imagine Marcus standing in your shoes, scrolling mindlessly at 1 a.m., comparing yourself to strangers on a screen. He would shake his head and ask, "Why do you waste your life on things that mean nothing?" The truth is simple. Most of modern stress is ancient distraction dressed in new clothes, and the Stoics already showed us the cure: simplicity. Part 2, the line of control. Epictetus, a slave who was beaten, mocked, and stripped of freedom, discovered a truth that outshines every modern self-help book. Some things are in our control, others are not. It sounds obvious, but think about your last week. How much of your time was spent worrying about things outside your control? The economy, the weather, what others think, the past, the future. We suffer most not from the world, but from fighting unwinnable battles. Modern example: a man wakes up and checks the news. Markets are crashing, politicians are fighting. He spends the whole day angry, stressed, anxious over things he cannot change. Now imagine the Stoic way. The same man wakes up, sees the same news, and shrugs. He focuses instead on his craft, his relationships, his integrity, things within his power. The first man is a prisoner of the world. The second man is free. Which are you? Part 3, the illusion of success. Our world worships wealth, cars, clothes, follower status, but Seneca warned us against this trap 2,000 years ago. It is not the man who has too little who is poor, but the one who hankers after more. Let me tell you a story. There was once a billionaire who owned yachts, jets, and mansions across the world. But at night, he could not sleep. Why? Because another man was richer. He lived not in luxury, but in envy. And then there was Diogenes, a philosopher who lived in a barrel. He owned nothing, but when asked by Alexander the Great what he wanted, he replied, "Stand out of my sunlight." One man had everything, but wanted more. The other had nothing, but lacked nothing. Modern problem: comparison, envy, endless craving. Ancient solution: contentment, gratitude, simplicity. Freedom is not found in more possessions, it is found in needing less. Part 4, pain, death, and memento mori. The greatest fear of all is death, and yet the Stoics urged us to meditate on it daily. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." Not as a morbid thought, but as a spark of urgency. Think about this. You check your phone 100 times a day, wasting hours. But if you knew you had only a week left to live, would you waste a single moment scrolling? The Stoics remind us, death is not the enemy. Wasted life is. Seneca said it best, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Modern life tells us, act like you'll live forever. Stoicism tells us, remember, you won't. Memento mori, remember death and you will finally learn how to live. Part 5, we call modern life chaotic, but imagine being Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, surrounded by enemies, betrayed by friends, facing plagues, famine, and war. And yet in his journal he wrote, If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your judgment of it. Think of your own life, a traffic jam, an insult online, a rejection, a sudden loss. These things are not pain. The pain comes from our interpretation. Traffic jam? Not suffering. It is your anger that burns. Insult? Not suffering. It is your ego that hurts. Loss? Not suffering. It is your clinging to permanence. Pain is not in events. Pain is in perspective. Change the story and you change the suffering. Part 6, the daily practice of a Stoic. Philosophy is not about reading quotes. It's about living them. So how can you practice Stoicism in the 21st century? Morning reflection. Before you check your phone, write this. Today I will meet selfish, rude, envious people, but I will not let them poison my soul. Negative visualization. Hold your child, your partner, your health. Now imagine losing them tomorrow. Painful? Yes, but it makes you grateful today. Voluntary discomfort. Skip a meal, take a cold shower, sleep on the floor. Train your mind to endure. Then, when hardship comes, you are unshaken. Evening journaling. Before bed, ask, what did I do well? Where did I fail? What can I improve tomorrow? This is not theory. This is training. Just as an athlete trains muscles, the Stoic trains the soul. Had Part 7, Modern Problems, Ancient Solutions. Let's connect Stoicism to specific modern struggles. Social media envy. Seneca whispers, happiness comes not from more, but from needing less. Anxiety about the future. Epictetus says, you control effort, not outcome. Anchor in the present. Burnout at work. Marcus reminds, most of what we do is unnecessary. Cut the noise. Fear of rejection. The Stoics teach, other people's opinions are not in your control. Why suffer for them? Fear of death, not to paralyze you, but to awaken you. Time is short. Live now. Closing, the final message. 2,000 years have passed. Our world has changed. Temples have become skyscrapers, scrolls have become screens, and chariots have become cars. But the human heart remains the same. We fear, we crave, we envy, we waste time, and yet the solution has been here all along. Be still, be strong, accept what you cannot control. Focus on virtue, live simply, love deeply. Because in the end, you don't need more money. You don't need more followers. You don't need more approval. You need wisdom. If this message spoke to you, if you felt the weight of Marcus, Seneca, and Epictetus reaching across centuries into your life, then I ask you, like this video, share it with someone who needs clarity, and subscribe to this channel. Because the world does not need more noise. It needs more wisdom. Stay strong, live with virtue, and remember, the Stoics were not just philosophers of the past. They are guides for your present.